my Stampin' friends, I'm Sandra at artypapercrafters.com, an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And my tutorial for you today came about because I was reorganising my bag, moving over into my spring coloured bag. And I noticed that at the bottom of my bag I had all these paracetamol and bits and bobs, and it was driving me nuts. I don't know if it's ever driven you nuts. And I tipped them all out on the table and I thought, this is ridiculous. And suddenly I thought, hang about, I could make a little box for my little paracetamol and Rennies, that sort of thing that we women love to keep in our bags. And I thought, I'm going to make a box. And before I knew it, I'd made this box. And it's sort of a bit chunky. It looks chunky. Let me just measure it. It measures 1 1/4 by 2.5 inches, and it really does hold all the different tablets that I need in my bag. And I thought, well, that's perfect, and it's quite sort of chunky and it won't get crushed. And I didn't decorate it because I thought, well, if I decorate it, it'll probably just fall off in my bag. So I left it as it was. But I then made another one because I thought, well, it's a perfect box that's not just suitable for, you know, your handbag, but maybe you could put other things in it. You could give little gifts of earrings or something like that. And then I had this thought that we've got to get rid of all our old pound coins before October because they've minted some brand new ones for us. And I thought, I'll put my pound coins in this one, and then when I go around I'll spend them and hopefully get some of the new shiny coins, the ones that we're supposed to use from October onwards. So I made this, and before I knew it I'd put this in my handbag with some coins in. I think I've got a pound coin in this one because I've made 3 of these now, and I've got a pound coin in that one. And I thought, well, they're perfect for even small gifts, and they're rather cute. So I'm going to show you how I made that today because it's nice and quick and simple. So we start off with a piece of cardstock. Today this is Blushing Bride cardstock. I will put all the measurements on my website, artypapercrafters.com, because there's some fiddly pieces because they're all layered up on the fronts and sides. So it's best if you go to Arty Paper Crafters and get all those fiddly little measurements. So we've got a piece of cardstock here, Blushing Bride, and this piece does measure 7 1/4 by 5. And we're going to score it on the long side at 1 1/4, 3, 4 1/4, and 6. And then we're going to turn it to the short side and we're going to score it at 1 1/4 and 3 3/4. And that's the scoring done. That's it, nice and simple, quick and easy to make. You don't need many crafting products to make these either, so it's a good little project. So we're burnishing all our score lines. And of course, if you wanted to, you could coordinate the colours of your boxes with the colours of your handbags. Brilliant idea, I think. So let's cut up our box, and this just cuts up in the normal way. So we cut in and notch out. Cut up and notch out. Same here. I haven't made a very good job of that, have I? Cut that off a bit better there. And then the same on the other side, cut up and notch out. So that's all the cutting done. Get rid of these bits. So the box comes up and round like that. So we're going to have this as the front of the box. So we put our DSP on now, it'll be easier. Now I've prepped up all these pieces because they are fiddly, and like I say, I will put them on my website. And I've layered them up. This is a piece, this is paper from Floral Boutique designer paper this is from. So I've layered it up onto some Whisper white cardstock, and I've just got this last one to stick. And then we just layer that up onto our box. So this will be the top of our box. And of course, remember, if you've got patterned paper, which way up your design goes. This will be the top of your box like that. So you need to make sure your design faces up the right way. This piece here goes along the front. That. And this piece goes on the back because I wanted my design to run all the way around my box. So make sure that when you put this piece on that the design faces up on here. This will be up, that's your up there, so make sure your design faces up that way. And then these two little pieces that are left go on the sides. And before I do that, I'm just going to round my corners on the lid. Of course, when the box does get a bit tatty, you can always make yourself another. Right then, let me just trim that up. That seems to be a bit raggedy. That's better. Right then, so now all that remains to be done is to put our little box together. So we put glue on all our tabs. Oh yes, I just remembered I need to cut myself a little finger hole in the front here. So this is the 3/4 of an inch punch. Pop that in just under the halfway mark. Make sure you're lined up evenly on both sides. From there to there. Punch that out. So that's that done. And then back to our glue. So this couldn't really be simpler to make, really. And I think a pair of earrings, something like that, if you wanted to put a little gift in, would be perfect. So join the box together in the normal way. Such a sweet little box, so dinky. And this part here is the lid. So put that down. Then with the bone folder, get in and just press them down to make sure they're good and stuck. Lovely. And that's our little box made. That shuts down nicely. So if you want to decorate it, and I've decorated mine with a little butterfly here, and that's taken from the Elegant Butterfly Punch. So I've got a piece of Blushing Bride here. I'm going to punch out a little butterfly and stand him up on a bit of glue. So like I say, if you want to put this in your bag, you might decide that you don't want any embellishments on it. Just keep it nice and flat. But if you want to give it as a little gift, you can put a little butterfly on it. And then I've got my pearls here. I'm just going to cut off 4. And cut 4 off, and 4 fits along here nicely. Press those down. I seem to have a little pearl on my finger. Press those down, and then what I've done is, you can, if you're giving this as a gift, you can put a little bit of Wink of Stella. This is gorgeous stuff, and you just brush that on, and that just gives a bit of glitter to the butterfly. Cute. Can you see that shine and shimmer? So pretty, this Wink of Stella. I really love it. It's gorgeous on your cards. Lovely. Can you see that shimmer? So nice, sparkly. Right. So now all that we can do is, I have put a little bit of ribbon on the front here, so we can do that. And I've got some, what's this called? Melon Mambo stitched ribbon, 1/8 of an inch stitched ribbon. And we're going to make a little bow. Doesn't need to be very big. Pull that up, that's not too bad. Pretty ribbon. Cut the tails off. Like that. Whoops, chucking things about. And then I'm just going to get a little glue dot to glue dot that in place. So I've got a glue dot, and I'm just rolling it round on itself and sticking that on the back of my ribbon, like that. And then sticking it to my finger. And then that sits on there. And I think that's rather cute. Rather cute. Perfect little box. For earrings, you could fit earrings. You could even fit 2 Ferrero Rocher in there, I reckon, easily. Anyway, that is my project for today. If you like this video, I'd be really grateful if you could share it with your friends. And if you haven't already subscribed, I'd just love you to subscribe to my channel. And if you want the measurements, come and visit me at artypapercrafters.com, and I'll be back in a couple of days with another video. Bye!